Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Experience 25. This is Hutan Pantai and we are going to be moving on to November soon in this episode. And then when we're in November, we're going to do the sunflower harvest. But before we can get there, we do have a few jobs to do. First, we have got at least 2 fields to hoe, possibly 3. I think it is 2. Because the other one we use the subsoiler in, and that one shouldn't have weeds, I hope. And yes, we do have these bales that need to be put in the shed. But before we put any in the shed, I need to go and see if we have any food in the mixer. I know that the water buffalo do have some food. Only a small amount, probably 1,000 litres. But they do have some. And, well, hopefully there's something in the mixer. That would be quite helpful, because then we can give them a decent load right now. Then we can do another mix in November. But, yes, we probably don't have anything. Let's have a look. Although, why would I have left it here if it's empty? Exactly, yes. We have 28,000 litres, so we do not need to do a mix in October. However, I will put probably 3 hay bales into it, just because it's going to take 3 hay bales. Instead of putting 3 more in the shed, I'll just put 3 in here, and then we'll put the rest in the shed. So we'll do that first. We'll do the clearing up of the hay bales. I think it's probably for the best, because they are outside. Could use Skiddy actually, but it's probably not going to be able to lift 3. Look at Daggerwin. It's like, does that dog have a brain? Maybe he's just really trusting. He expects every car to go around him. And they do, I'm pleased to announce. Anyway, here we go. Let's just pop this here. Should be fine about there, hopefully. And we'll jump into the Merlot. Right, so, yes, 3. Well, we'll take the top one, because that's not going to be an easy one to move if it's in a stack of 4. And we'll take those 2 on the ground. But these are quite big bales. So we definitely won't need any more hay in this mixer load. Right, and the rest can go into the shed. I think the shed is fairly tidy when it comes to hay. It was the silage. The silage bales have gone everywhere, and I don't know why. Or maybe I do know why. I probably did mess up. Good grief. It's funny because I'm sure I stacked them neatly. The hay bales could be worse. They're acceptable. So we'll just put the rest... They're taking themselves down. They just fell down on their own. There's something fishy about those silage bales. I was just wondering, is it starting to lag? It just lagged. Maybe it was the bale moving. it's easy to forget about this field. I think this is probably going to be the best field to turn back to forest. We'll put lodgepole pine in. The reason why is because we do need them for the temple. We're desperate for wood for the temple, and yeah, it's not just putting it back as it used to be, it's going to be a commercial forest. So we're going to cut the trees down again. They're not just there for decoration or for, you know, producing oxygen, although they will do that as well. Well, actually no, they won't. I tell a lie. They're virtual trees. Although maybe, yeah, you could argue they'll produce virtual oxygen. Anyway, we'll get this field done. It is going to be an arable crop this year. It's canola, but I think probably once this has been harvested, it will be going in as lodgepole pine, which we already do have to the right of us. We are pretty desperate for wood, and well, I could buy more forest, but the problem is they're not really the best type of trees. They're very difficult to process, and we can't use a machine to cut them down and to log them. So yeah, I think this is going to have to become a forest that we grow for timber. So I'm just going to finish off here, and then we will be moving on to November. The sunflowers will be ready. I think it makes sense to put canola in for this year. There's no harm in doing it. We're going to make money out of it. We will put the canola into the oil factory. They will make oil. That's always the best way, I reckon. It's actually a surprisingly big area. It would be amazing to know exactly how many trees will fit in here, but I would imagine it's going to be a good, maybe 8 pallets. Maybe that is a bit optimistic. 6 pallets? How many are there? There's 20. Is there 20 trees on a pallet? I forget. There probably will be 8. I think there was at least 2 pallets down there. Maybe 3. So, yeah, maybe 8. Also, it depends how tightly I pack them in. I probably will pack them in quite a lot, making the most of the land that we have here. And because I know exactly how many pallets of planks and beams we need. Okay, so we just have this strip up here, and then we can take this back to the farm, and then we'll rest. And the sunflower harvest won't take too long. We are going to have to get a different header, which I don't currently have, but we'll rent that. Right, there we go. Smashing. Oh look, this little shrub made it through. I never actually cultivated it up. Well, it's always nice to have a bit of decoration. Decorative foliage. I don't know how it got stuck on the diesel pump. That was annoying. That was really annoying. Typical. Well, at least I've put my twin wheels back in the shed, or back in the workshop. We just have the big chunky wide tyres on now, so we can actually fit in the shed again. However, height is a problem for that weeder. There. Good. I don't think I can hop over here, can I? Oh, I can. Hello, Walter. It's been a while since I said hello to you. Let's rest. Nice bucket load of expenses. It's a bit dull still, isn't it? We don't have much to do in November. Although, let me just make sure the water buffalo haven't run out of food. No, they haven't. Good. That's fine. We'll let the sun come up. Should do it. Okay, so we need the corn header. Corn headers. There isn't a Massey Ferguson, but there is a Capello, and the Capello should be perfectly sufficient for what we need for. We could just put the case on, because the case is cheaper and exactly the same size. £2,700. Let's roll. Well, it will certainly be worth it. Likewise, the sunflowers will be going into the oil factory. We'll produce sunflower oil. So we won't be seeing any money today, but we will be doing over the course of the next few months. And there it is. Fog Valley. Thankfully, although I do like the fog, thankfully I do know of a way to get rid of it. Although I'm not too sure if it is the way I should be doing it, but it does work. It does work, as you can see. Yeah, we're not going to be harvesting in thick fog, because that wouldn't make for a very good time-lapse. Come on, car, if you're going to overtake, overtake. Yeah, we're getting a bit of clutter here, aren't we? We need to get it shifted. Get it brought back to the yard. Just need to bring the truck down. Right, does that fold? No. I think the Capello one folds. That's probably why it's more expensive for the same width. Because for this we should technically be putting it on a trailer. But we're not going to. I'll just drive with care. I came around the corner and I thought, oh no! What's happened to my crop? Somebody's ploughed it up, and then I realised that's the different field. That's the neighbouring field. No, it would have been strange. That would have been peculiar, because I knew it was there a minute ago. It's not like someone can just pop in and steal it. Alright, there we go. So, we can turn those beacons off. It is still very dark down in this valley. I guess the sun is so low in November. Might get a bit of afternoon sunshine. But this isn't a crop that I put in, we inherited this crop, so whatever we get off it, I guess, is a bonus after the £2,700 fee for the header. I'm sure we'll make that back, it shouldn't be too difficult. There we go. We're harvesting sunflowers. They do go very sparse, you can hardly really see them. It's such a dense crop when they're in flower with the big yellow petals, but yeah, when they go like this, when they go to seed and the petals fall off, yeah, it's just a sea of, well, it looks like a sea of death, really. Sorry, that sounds very gruesome, doesn't it? But you wouldn't exactly call it pretty. Oh, somebody requested, actually, for me to stop a truck, like the truck over there, and, yeah, they wanted me to see if I could put a bale in it, then let them go and see if they drive off with the bale. I am tempted. We might do it. Well, we've done alright. We've got more than a full load. I have missed a few. I'll just go back and get them. But yeah, we are pretty much done here. It would have been an unnecessary waste of money going for a bigger header than this. This is absolutely fine. I suppose what we could have done is done a contract or something, harvested somebody else's field, but that's not really what we're looking to do. Love that you can see the seeds in the tank. Always fun looking into that. Okay, so that is the majority done. Just get that piece over there, there's a bit at the top, and then we can unload. We can put it into the oil mill. Well, oil factory. Or whatever it's called. What's the small one called? Is it? I suppose it is an oil mill. Just a small oil mill. I know it looks like a frame with a bit of corrugated steel on the top. But I promise you, yes, it is producing oil. It's what's underneath the frame with the piece of corrugated steel on the top. Oh, there's a bit there as well. Better get that. Every bit counts. That was a litre or two. Yeah, I didn't use GPS. I probably should have done. The default angle was a bit annoying, so I just did it manually, but it's done. It's done. It doesn't really matter too much. There's a truck. We could put a bale in it. If a truck goes by whilst I'm up there, we will stop it and we'll try and put a bale in. Okay, so yeah, it's unfortunate that we do only have the header for this one field. But yeah, I don't want to be doing other fields. Not with this little thing. I would do contracts with bigger machines, but not with this. So, vehicles, there it is. Return that. The combine is empty. Let's head up here. I really do like the look of that Volvo. It looks great. We will have to install a charging station because it is electric. So we'll have to do that. But at the moment, I think it's almost got a full charge. Okay, so this is the end of harvest for this year. Nothing else to do. So, I need to pick a shed. I think I might have filled that shed, actually. Which one should we put it in? Could put it in the bale shed, but it would be a bit in the way. Let's have a look. I guess it could go in front of the tedder, or in front of the cultivator. This corner's probably best, but the windrower is a bit in the way. Might be able to squeeze in. Let's just squeeze into here. There we go. It works. Okay, so Valtra. We'll get there one day. 9,322 litres of a crop which we did not plant. I'm sure that's worth more than what it costs to get the header. You can guarantee there won't be a truck now. Ah, right on cue. Look at that. You're not going anywhere, mister. You stay there. Now, I appreciate it may disappear when I'm not looking. These things do happen. I think actually if a vehicle is blocked for long enough, it will disappear. I've seen that happen. So we can't block it for too long. And I know this is silly, but it's a game, and it's always fun to have fun. Oh, there's some kind of collision just there. I think what's going to happen is when it drives off, it will just sort of slide out from underneath, and the bale will stay where it is. But we will see. I'll move out of the way, and we'll see if we have a bale thief on our hands. Yes. Yes, it's taken it. Oh no, it's dropped it. No. Even when you give it to them, they don't want it. Right, well, there we go. I've done it to the person who requested that. Hopefully that's satisfied your needs for when it comes to trying to get somebody to steal your bale. Let's pop this into here. There we go. And we will get that started up. And let's have a look here. It is the last one I'm going to look at, that's for sure. Oil mill, yes. And that was sunflower oil. Activate. Oh, it's not even corrugated. Now I feel ripped off. Just noticed we do have 564 litres of canola oil stuck in there, so I've just changed the output to selling, and at 1 PM we should get paid for what is in there. Okay, well, I need to reconfigure the trailer, because what we need to do is not only move some more stones, but also we need to get the wood chips, which we're going to sell in December or January. I'll just put this bale away again. Okay. Extension, yes. Customize. And we're good. So, hello, that's not the vehicle I jumped into. Yes, we'll go and get the full load of stones first of all. Hopefully it is a full load. I think it probably will be. And then we'll come back, we'll get the wood chips, and then they can just stay in here until the price peaks, which is only going to be a month or two. And because there's not really much to do in the fields, we'll be getting through those months rapidly. I guess I could also put lodgepole pine in the small field where the debris crusher is. That would be quite a good place. We could do that today, actually. And if you missed the previous episode, we did buy that farm over there. That is now ours, but we're not really going to be doing much there until the spring, because that field is empty and we can't really put any more crops in until the spring. But yeah, this field, I think we could put some more lodgepole pine into here. I don't need to cut the grass first because we already have plenty of silage and hay and stuff. I know we could do it for selling, but it's not really worth that much. Not like it used to be. It's not really worth it. Okay, so this is wanting an extension. There we go. I don't know if we have a tree planter. I might have rented it. I get the feeling that I rented it. Yep, I did. So we'll rent it again, and we will get some lodgepole pine. They are very fast growing, but there's not much wood in them. That is the biggest problem. At least that's what I've heard. But yeah, it makes sense. If it's fast growing, it's likely going to have less wood. Right, okay, so that conveyor belt must be switched off. There we go. So hopefully that just keeps taking it, and we get a full load very, very soon. It's working. I will stick with the Valtra. I know it's a very big tractor for planting trees with, but it's here, we might as well use it. And this isn't instead of the other field. We'll still put some trees in the other field as well. We're going to need a serious amount, which we'll harvest with a tree harvester. Okay, there we go. So nice and local. We can just keep coming back for more. 20 trees per pallet, or per crate. And best way of doing this, I don't know, maybe go across this way. GPS would be handy. Headlands, no, I don't want a headland. I really don't want a headland. It's adamant that we're doing a headland, but we're not. We're not doing a headland. Right, I would like to start on the edge, although I know we are quite close to power lines. Okay, there we go. We're off. We're planting trees. Actually, it must be the first time I've ever planted trees whilst using GPS. So it makes a nice change. I kind of like the look of perfectly straight lines of trees, but at the same time it can look very artificial, if you know what I mean. Like, you know what a natural forest looks like. It just looks beautiful and perfect. And yes, although this would be considered more perfect because it is a totally straight line, it just doesn't look right. It looks like it's been done to cut down again, but I guess that is exactly what's happening. We are doing it to cut down again. Right, so how much of a gap between them? That is rather close, but at the same time, I've got a problem with it. Let's just do it. It's even going to put them directly opposite as well. If I start further back or further forward, it might adjust that. Potentially. But yeah, they are super close. Wow. This is going to be dense. Very, very dense. really good actually. We managed to cram 80 trees into this very small area. The rest of it doesn't really want to be planted on because we do need to build other productions. We might put a cement factory here at some point, we'll see. Although it's probably going to be more likely a sawmill or something along those lines. Although we could just buy the existing sawmill. I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but this is a great place for a production. There we go, good timing. So it looks like nothing, but eventually that is going to become quite something. So we will return the planter. I hate using it for just a tiny amount of time, but again, we don't really need to keep hold of it. We're at least 6 months, probably 8, 9 months away from needing it again. But look at that. We've got a full load. I'll take this and then we'll go over to the sawmill and we will pick up all of the wood chip pallets. I think the price is okay, but it could be so much better. So yeah, it's November, so the best price... Oh, eggs, I didn't realise. Oh, we should have been selling them. We'll get them sold today. We will get them sold today. So, we'll deliver this, we'll load up with wood chips, we'll then leave this at the sawmill, and then we're going to have to get that trailer taken over to, I think it was the restaurant, although sometimes the restaurant and the farmer's market are very similarly priced. So we might take it to the farmer's market, we'll see. Decent load. 46,000 litres. Any more products? Yeah, got a couple more pallets. I've got a pallet of roof tiles as well. So just keep topping it up, that's the best way of going about it, rather than just spending ages doing it. The conveyor belt really helps. It's a big help. Anyway, it's always going to be worth checking to see what it's up to. Oh, yes. So yes, it has finished processing the long planks. It is just sitting, waiting for beams. We have a serious lack of beams. Oh dear. What to do? I don't know. Yeah, I knew we had quite a lot of pallets. I don't know how many we actually have, but it is 1,000 litres per pallet. So let's get them all into there. They should all fit. I think it would be pretty extreme if they don't all fit. But it's going to be good. This is going to be very good. Can't wait to sell them. I was so busy trying to work that way with the field, I missed these. Now these have grown too much, so they're going to have to be sprayed off. It's alright, we'll get them done before harvest time. So, we do have 22,125 litres of eggs. Excellent. This is the reason why I brought the tractor. We need power. Not so much speed, but we need power. Tractors really feel the hills in Farming Simulator. Although I think a tractor would probably feel this hill in real life as well. What an amazing view though. So yeah, we're just gonna pop these in the cell trigger at the restaurant. And stop it. We don't need any omelettes today. And yes, we'll collect about £100,000, £95,000. Just need to find where I am. Where am I? Ah yes, of course. Here we go. Gets a bit tighter. The trigger should be on the left hand side, just here. Perfect. Yep, very, very good. So we finished today's episode with £119,000. Not bad, I would say. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.